don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, guys, it's Friday. And today's an important Friday. I hope you're all listening. Let me thank Leading Edge for giving us this program time. Now, if you want to call in, be a part of the program, it's 501-499-6022. If you want to send me a text with a question or a comment, it's 440-897-0611. Now, having gotten that out of the way, today, it's official. This is the first day of the days that I told you would come. Donald Trump is the nominee for the Republican Party. Hillary Rodham Clinton is the nominee for the Democratic Party. It is now official. The race is on. Before I get too deep into what I want to talk about today, we have, by the way, listening today, 7,722 people. Thank you, Greg. And Greg, kind of watch that number and see if it goes down or goes up as a result of this program, please, if you will. Last night, if you saw the Democratic convention, you saw the greatest gathering of lying that you're going to see pretty much in modern times. But, you know, people say, well, she, like Hillary's speech, it was just one lie after another, just one misrepresentation after another. And you wonder, now, how can they do that? Now, if Donald Trump stood up there and lied every word, the media would be all over it. But you see, the Democrats don't have that problem. They can lie. They can create a fairy tale world. They can. And the media will not expose it. So people listening or watching, well, of course, they think then that what they're seeing and hearing is true. Well, it's not. It's not. But the media is not going to uncover it, so they can lie. And then when you can lie like they can, you can create this magical, mystical world where everything's all love and kisses. But it is not. So if you ask for my comment about the Democratic convention, it is just that, lies. And they brought in the star power. They brought in the different segments of society. They put quite a dog and pony show on. The only thing that they did not bring to that convention, unfortunately, was the truth. The truth. Well, that's not going to happen here. I haven't got the official numbers from Chad yet, but it looked like the first day that we offered the video, 15 people got it. Yesterday, it looked like 14 people got it. And as of today, I think one had gotten it. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't know if 7,722 of you have heard the program long enough to know what I've been saying for months, which is, this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This election, our country goes forward or it goes down with this election. It's over. I don't know how better I can say it. I've tried to show you that we were in the beginning of the end of a silent coup. I've tried to take you step by step along the way so you would be able to see and understand these things that have happened. Let me say this. Michael, bless your heart, he sent 25. Thank you, Michael. Today is the $1,200 day, so if you can help. But today it's not about me. No, sir, not me. Today is about you. All 7,722 of you. That's what today is. It's about you. You have heard from Chad King that I had worked this out months ago, actually years ago. Started it months ago, almost a year ago. Knowing that we would be where we are today. Knowing, with one exception, for the biggest part of that time in preparation and thinking about it, there was no Donald Trump in the equation. Now there is. And Donald Trump gives us a ray of hope that I did not have before, an element of hope that I did not have before. Now, if he does not get on board with what we would like to see him do, then we've gained nothing. But the plan you have before you, the plan that you have, dealing with the states' rights. You see, that's been there all along. And it was not based, I repeat, it was not based off of Donald Trump. I'm fixing to have to roll the window up in my car because it's fixing to rain, and I left the windows down, so if you hear a little noise, you'll know what it is. No, states' rights was designed at a time when there was no Donald Trump in the picture. So you see that states' rights is all about us. It's been all about us since day one, what we could do. Right? But this has been about us, states' rights. And then we started building an army. And I told you, as near as I could calculate to get everything done that we needed done, we needed 10,000 people in the army. Well, we're there. Let me do this. Let me take Susan. Susan, are you there? Thank you,
yes,
Grant. Grant sent 20. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my question is, I have two questions. The first one is, I'm calling from Canada, and I think that this is a global problem. This is already happening way advanced in Europe, and we need to stop it to start in the States because it will come to Canada as well. And I love the United States and Americans, wonderful people. But anyways, my question to you is, why not put this video to go viral? Because I don't think that 100 days is enough time to inform the people that need to know this.
And what was the first part of it, though, about why and what?
Why not to send it viral, to make it viral so everyone sees it?
You mean like just put it out on YouTube and let it go?
And promote it with Twitter, yes.
Well, I can't because I do not own the video. Chad King put lots of money into making that video. And I don't think it's too much, Susan, to ask people.
No, but it's not going to be enough time. I know. This needed to have started 9 months ago. And
Susan,
100 days is not enough. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is, Susan. If you know what I know, and if the people do what I ask, then 100 days is plenty.
Okay.
Now, if everybody doesn't do what I say, which is the other part of today's show, then you're right. It's just not going to get there. Susan, we don't need it to go viral for everybody. We need it to go to the people that want to do something to make this country stay alive. It doesn't take that many people. Remember what we've talked about on this program, honey? We've talked about Gideon, right? You know, he had a big army and God told him to whittle it down. He ended up with 300. Well, that's where we are. We need people that know what they're doing to get the video. And I promise you, I've calculated it from every strategy perspective that I can do. And remember, I thought Bill Clinton got him impeached using this same strategy, looking and accounting for the time. It's exactly where it needs to be at exactly the right time. The fallacy to the plan that I see manifesting right now, Susan, is the people that I counted on in this army who have asked me to tell them what to do, you know, and many have begged me to go in and tell them before it was time, you know, just get in there, do it. Well, now it's time. And then what do we have? People aren't doing it.
Well, that's the problem. That is the problem. You need, basically, it has to go to Trump. It's himself. He needs to see this, or his staff, or his children, or somebody, so they can tell him, and then he can start influencing around the Republicans. Because in August is the election of Ryan again.
Yes.
And it's Ryan or it's a Democrat.
Right. We're going, Susan, to get this video. I assure you, Trump, I believe, has already seen it, but it was several months ago. But he will see it again. I promise you that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, hon. What was your second question? You had another question, didn't you?
Yeah, well, the other question is, isn't this the object? What is the main objective? The main objective is to get more votes, isn't it? Or is it to influence the Republicans? Or is it to influence people? Mm-hmm.
The main objective, and this is very important, I'm glad you asked this question.
Right.
The main objective of this video is to get one state, one issue, one state legislator, one governor to act on it and prove that states' rights still exist. The vote for Donald Trump, if I may, Susan. We've already heard this. I heard this from Joe Scarborough. If Donald Trump were to win the election today, when he gets to Washington, so says Joe Scarborough, former Republican congressman from Florida, I think. He said the minute Trump gets there wanting to do the stuff that he has pledged he's going to do, he's going to run into Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, Republican, Mitch McConnell, head of the Senate, Republican,
right,
Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer. And they are going, according to Scarborough, which I do believe because it is true, They're going to shut Trump down on everything he has promised he will do.
That's right.
They're going to shut it down.
Yeah.
He's not going to get any of it accomplished.
Exactly.
So what's the point? What's the point of going out and trying to get tons of votes, trying to get him elected? We get him elected, which we are going to do, by the way. I'm not making this up to sound like we're not trying to support him. We're going to do everything we can to get him elected. But here's the problem. What have we gained if we get him elected, Susan, and Congress shuts him down and we get nothing?
That's right. We have to then influence the voters to support their Republican delegates. That's what they have to do.
Let me tell you back to what is the purpose of this video.
Yeah.
The purpose of this video is to say, okay, Paul Ryan, okay, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. All right, guys, we get it. And all of you Republicans in Washington and all you Democrats in Washington, we get it. Here's the deal. We're taking the power away from you.
Uh-huh.
They have no right to the power that they're using on us. They have no rights to it.
That's right. So how are you going to get? Okay. And how is that going to happen? They are entrenched there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Susan. Listen, I'm trying to tell you this. If a state will stand up and reclaim its state sovereignty, if one state will do it, within a week, there'll be 20 more states standing up and doing it.
Okay, sounds great. Which state are you targeting right now? The efforts cannot be scattered. They need to be targeted to the best spots, the best states.
Let me tell you, there are several states that have interest that I have talked to. One, of course, is Texas. One, of course, is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But we may not know at this time. That's why I said the other day or yesterday or whenever it was, if 3,000 people will get this video and do what I say with it, watch it minimally 3 times, absorb it, and then at least twice a week, show it to other people. Somewhere during that process, we're going to find someone, Susan, someone that is going to have the connection or the guts or the ability or some group to go to their governor, whatever state it is,
right,
and the state will act on it. Now, if you don't believe that states' rights still exist, if you think it's antiquated and it doesn't exist anymore, you need to look only at Colorado with their marijuana law. They did it. They've already proven that states' rights still exist if a state will actually reclaim it.
I see. Yes.
All right, honey, I've got to run, but I hope that answered you.
I definitely will get the program. I'm going to donate for you as well. I really thank you for your efforts, and I hope it works. You have to make it work, Larry. It has to work. Okay.
That's the problem, Susan. It's got to work because we don't have another chance. There won't be another election.
That's
All right, thank you, Susan. All right, dear.
Thank you so much. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, I was glad to get that call. Get some things out in the open. You see, if we put all of our eggs in one basket, if we put the safety, the sanctity, if we put our nation, if we gamble our nation on electing Donald Trump, we are fools. Damn it, do you see that? We're fools. Yes, I want Trump elected. Yes, we've got to get him elected because then we've at least got somebody that will be in Washington outside of the establishment that could help us there. And it would help us a great deal if Donald Trump would stand up for states' rights as a part of his platform during his campaign. Why? because that would make more people aware of it. It would actually help him get elected. But this plan for states' rights, I've got to tell y'all, was designed before there was ever even a Donald Trump in the picture. And I figured when this plan started that the only opposition Hillary would have would be somebody like Paul Ryan, some other establishment person, so it would be worthless. The election would be absolutely worthless. But now we've got Donald Trump. We have hope. We've got to help him win. Now, at the same time, we're doing the states' rights. I'm working to get Donald Trump and his team to look at what I recommend they do to defeat Hillary. I really am. I'm working on that. All right, we've got another caller. I tell you what, guys, I'm not going to do a commercial. Y'all know what I've got to have. If you want to help. But this is about our country. It's bigger than me. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, Larry. How are you today?
Hey, fine. Or as fine as I get.
I understand, sir. I sure do. I just want to encourage you a little bit and say that you do sound so much stronger this week than you did last week. And I believe you're going to be all right, okay? What I wanted to point out, number one, I'm grateful to Susan from Canada for calling in, because we know we've got listeners in another country that are awake. They're paying attention. That's awesome. And then I wanted to point out, too, okay, and you know this from advertising yourself, Larry, that let's say you have a friend that tells you a secret, and then that person just tells two people. This process continues. The group of people who just learned the secret, each of them tell two more people. After just 10 passes, that's 1,024 people that now know that secret.
Mm-hmm.
So when we think about, oh, well, what can I do? Well, let me tell you, just in this theory, so much can be done. So much can be accomplished. And I'll get off pretty quickly here. I don't want to take up any more of your time. There's plenty of people wanting to call in today.
Let me tell you something. This is Emily, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, Emily, that's the secret. That's the magic of this plan. That's why that's the beauty of this, folks. It will spread. And every day, I hate to say this, but every day when there's attacks in France by ISIS or Al-Qaeda, or when there's another shooting like in San Diego or wherever the other officer was killed, all of these things work towards people wanting to know what is a solution to stop this madness. Because there seems to be, Emily, no solutions coming from Washington or any of the candidates.
And isn't it true, Larry, of politics as usual, spend tons of money and have no solutions? Your plan is so simple, stupid, for lack of a better term. It's perfect. Your plan of how we get this out there is perfect. I woke up last night at 10:02 p.m., had gone to bed early. I went to YouTube, you being on my mind. And I'm like, okay, God, I need a fast track here. Help me just pile all this information together. So I found a video on YouTube that a wonderful person did a compilation of everything, I think starting in 2015 up to date, of what you've been saying on InfoWars with Alex Jones. It was 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 58 seconds. And I could not walk away from it. I had to watch it all. And I learned so much in that one little, not everybody has 3 hours, okay?
Right.
But your message is on target. It's correct. Me being from a marketing and advertising background myself, multiple other things, but I understand why you're doing this the way you're doing it. It's not to drive income for yourself.
Emily, I want to stop you for a second. I just got a text from a wonderful listener. I mean, this listener is a supporter, so I'm not complaining at all. But the listener was wondering, how much does Chad have in the video, and why not raise the funds to get him to get his money back? And I would assume ostensibly then to just send the video out free. No. It's important that every one of you, and by the way, the number is now 7,725. It's come up 9. It's important that every one of you put some skin in the game.
Absolutely.
$20.
Because like I mentioned yesterday, I didn't mean to sound critical when I mentioned that people kind of got to know your backstory. And let me tell you why. It's because one of the reasons I believe that Hillary bowed out in 2008 was she knew her time wasn't quite right. She was waiting on the young voters like my son, who was born in 92, that won't know the Vince Foster story necessarily, that won't know of the impeachment. Okay? She bided her time for a reason.
I'll tell you the truth. Let me tell you, I'll tell you the truth about 08. Why Hillary bowed out. She got beat. You know why she got beat? Emily, because she did not use my system or our system that we used with the Clintons every election cycle. Bill was telling her to use it, but she was too smart and she did it her way. And you know what? She got waxed. She's doing it the system's way this time. And I'm telling you, it's almost unbeatable. Hopefully, y'all had better hope that Trump gets hold of me because I designed it. And let's just hope I know the only way to beat it. Emily, we've got to run pretty quick. What else you got?
I just wanted to say that in using your method and your system, you open a dialogue. Like this morning, I managed to share with 2 people that don't know me from Adam. One was with the cable company. I'm calling to pay my bill. And I got that person interested. This was a person that was undecided, either way to go, scared to go either way. What are we going to do? Felt hopeless. I said, there is another message out there. I shared it, told him where to go, what to do, and to start researching your backstory because he's only 25 years old. He doesn't know. He'd never heard of any of this. So that's just something that's just really, really important. Okay? I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for your time, Larry. Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
One last statement. I have to say this on every call. You've already stated how many listeners we have. I already put up that your subscription went up to 2,057, if we can trust that number, on YouTube. That is up from 1,900 and something yesterday. We've got people's attention. People are starting to talk. The word is starting to spread. It's going to be good. It's going to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, guys, I'm going to give you a word that you hear every once in a while, usually sort of from the liberals. It's called organic. Organic means it comes in naturally. All right, you got it. See, if we buy ads, that's not organic. That's where we're trying to force something. If we do, as like Susan thought, maybe we could just put it up free for everybody to see, we're forcing something. But by doing exactly what Emily has figured out, she's figured it out. I didn't tell her. She figured it out. What I'm telling you is we are starting a revolution organically, meaning it's coming in naturally. People are asking the question, what on earth can we do? People are saying, you've all heard it. They're all saying, oh, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Well, when you get down and look at this video, if y'all will get this video, you'll see one person sharing it with another person or 2 more people or 3 more people. You know what? You grow organically another believer that there's something we can do that's kind of, guess what, folks, simple. So simple that it is stupid. I didn't design this plan. Our founding fathers did. Do you not know why do you think they put the 10th Amendment into our Constitution? Guaranteeing sovereignty to the states so that it would never, ever get in this country exactly the way it has happened. We have a tyrannical government. It's amazing. We go all over the world trying to get these other countries to straighten up and get their country lined up. We're the most corrupt government there is. Why would any other country want to pattern after us? Corruption, bribery. Pat, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. What is the number of sales to this point? Please. There's 15 the first day, 14 yesterday. You had told me there was one so far today.
And so far, we're at 5 for today.
5 for today. There are 7,725 of you listening. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Susan was right about one thing. Time. Time is precious. Time is precious. We measure the amount of time that we can pull this off in days. We've got a little over 100 days, and every day that passes, it's gone forever. And it puts us closer to our country being gone forever. So here's what I'm going to tell you all. Are y'all ready? Chad, be my witness to this. When you and I did this video, was there even a whisper of somebody named Donald Trump in the presidency?
I mean, he was one of 17, yeah.
Didn't think there was much chance. Didn't look like there was much chance he was going to win anything, did there?
No, not really. No.
Folks, I've had this plan worked out for a long time. This is not some spur of the moment thing that I have put together. And all of you that listen to my program, have I not, since the day we started this program, have I not told y'all we had to have an army of what? 10,000. Did I not? Some of you that have been listening since the program came on, did I not tell you 10,000? You think I just made that number up? Do you? I didn't. It's critical. It's critical to the success of this plan. Yes. Yep, put them through. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller.
Yes, Larry. I'm wanting to know, can you give out that website again? You're not giving out the website to go to get that video.
Chad, give it out.
Okay, thanks, caller. It's www.statesrights.video.
Now spell it out, please.
Video.
Video. Okay. Yeah, you might want to get that at the end of the program also, because people, some people just don't have time to write it down. You might have some people in a nursing home or something that are slow to write things down.
Yeah, well, here's what we're doing also. Caller, we're going to put it up on our YouTube site, which is Larry Nichols Live. Larry Nichols Live. Alden will put it up there.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes. Also, people need to get on their talk shows, local talk shows, and talk about this and get this website out to their local talk show radio programs. If anybody ever gets on the radio to talk, they need to do that also.
That's a great idea, but I'll say this, Bill. This is Bill, right?
Yes.
All right, Bill, but before you go on a local talk show, you need to get the video, watch it minimally 3 times, absorb it so that when you go on a program, you know what you're talking about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so basically, though, from what I understand, this is saying the 10th Amendment, I guess there's a 9th Amendment also, but that ties in with the 10th Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it's this. The federal government has no authority to enforce any laws or pass any laws that are outside of the Constitution of the United States, including the Bill of Rights. And so anytime they try to pass any, for say the Second Amendment, they try to say, well, if you've ever had whatever, post-traumatic stress disorder from combat, that you cannot have a firearm. Well, that's not according to the Constitution. That's against the Constitution of the United States. And so it's up to the state to say, listen, we don't agree with that. That's not what the Constitution says. We're enforcing the Constitution, and if you try to come in here and take away our firearms outside the Constitution, it's illegal. And so then you go to then they'll say we pass a law stating that we have the right to keep and bear arms based on the Constitution. It goes to our Supreme Court. They say, yep, that's right. And then the federal government says, no, we're going to have to try it at our Supreme Court before you can have that. And so then you say, no, we're not going to your Supreme Court. Then the Supreme Court says, well, the federal government says, well, if you'll come and sit before our Supreme Court and let us have the final say, we're going to take away your federal dollars. And you say, well, that's okay, because those federal dollars, we don't need your federal dollars, because we can quit giving you our federal dollars that we've been giving you, and we'll just spend it on our highways and schools and whatnot.
There you go. That's it, Bill. That's it. Now, folks, I've gotten 2 texts. Greg and Alden, I've gotten 2 texts saying they're having trouble hearing. One said it was cutting out. The other one just couldn't hear anything. So kind of watch and make sure everybody's hearing it. It may be them. It may not be the system, but I don't know. Bill, thank you. I've got to
Thank
get.
you.
Thanks. So where I was at, and Bill's on point. He is on point. Where I was at was saying this plan requires, and I have spent years working this out, years. It requires out of 10,000 people for us to get somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 that will actually participate. I didn't figure we'd have all 10,000. I'm not stupid. But I thought by now we would have more than 30 or 40. I really did. So here's where I'm at. Do I keep on spending our days that we don't have many of now doing this program, begging y'all to engage, to get involved, to get the video, and let's get to work with it, doing what we're supposed to do? Or do I cut it off and just try to develop a strategy based off of me? And when I say me, there's a handful of people that are with us in this plan, but we're going to have to change the strategy, guys. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? We're going to have to change. I'm going to have to change the strategy to something that might work other than 3,000 people taking this video and spreading it.
Try to develop a strategy based off.
All right, now I've got this. I got a call from Teresa Alden. Says, hi, Larry. I bought the video. This is Teresa. Can't get through. Hugs. So I don't know why she can't get through. Is anybody there? All right, call. That's why if you can't get through, it's because people are on the line. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Every day we waste now with me trying to beg to get this army to do what we all pledged we would do the day we started, work together and develop this thing and win, save our country. I've got to either do this plan or I've got to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out something that can be done with a handful of people. Caller, are you there?
Hey, Larry.
Yes, sir.
I got a comment.
Chad?
I got a comment to make. This is actually by far the easiest plan all of us could participate in. Correct? I mean,
That's
this
right.
is by far the easiest thing. We can do it. You know, non-violence. You know, it's pretty easy because we still have the time to do it. If Hillary wins, then it's pretty much over. I don't think we'll ever have a chance.
That's right.
So,
it'll be over. Now, we can cut Hillary off at the pass even if she wins, if we can get the people now to get the states' rights issue out front, in front of her. I planned her to win all along. That's why this plan was developed, Chad, so that it was something that we could do ahead of her taking office. And when she got there, we would have already had it worked out and have already had a state that's understanding it and pursuing it.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
So, you folks need to tell me. You need to tell me. Are you with me? Are you willing to follow orders? Or are you not? But I want you to understand every day that we as a nation wait for y'all to get us to the numbers where we can be effective is a day that's gone and we can never get it back. We can never get it back. Now, if this sounds hard, if this sounds ugly, I don't mean it to be. I mean it to be truthful. I mean it to be honest. I mean it to be straightforward. And I mean not to stutter. You must know what I'm thinking. You know, I have set it up for this day. This is the first day. The first day I've told y'all over and over and over again. As soon as the race is defined, I told you, you will have a job to do. Now the race is defined and you have a job to do. You cannot do the job without the tool that I use Chad to make.
Larry,
all right,
should we give out
caller.
My phone number? Should we give it? Larry,
Just a minute, Chad. Just a minute, Chad. Yes. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, would you hold on 1 second, caller? Chad, would you give out your phone number?
Yeah, maybe people want to buy with a money order or some other means. Maybe they can't figure it out. Call me. I'm at 626-255-3925. 626-255-3925. And I'll figure out, if you're having any problems, I'll figure it out with you. Okay?
All right, great. And Alden, I want you to put that number and Chad's name up on the YouTube. Now, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, Larry.
Yes, sir.
This is Dan Brown, Newport, North Carolina.
Dan. Yes, sir, Dan.
Hey, listen, I'm one of the few that I guess bought that tape this morning. I'm running about a day behind schedule here. I think you're on the right track here, buddy.
Daniel, thank you. Thank you for getting the video, by the way. I mean that. Now, have you seen it yet, Dan?
I've watched it twice, Larry. Then your program came on, so I flipped over to this. Watched this third time here this evening.
All right.
I have full intentions of getting neighbors together and watching this thing. I like the principle behind it, the concept, nonviolent, get it out there. I think it's going to work. We just got to get the people to buy the video.
That's right. Do you see the importance now that you've got it, Dan, of the numbers that I'm talking about have got to have it to make it grow the way it's got to? Can you see that now?
It's got to be that way, Larry. It has to be. The people have got to get it. They got to share it. They got to take to the church. Let the church groups listen to this. This is what the people have been wanting to hear, an answer to the question. What do we do?
Wow.
I mean, Dan, now that you've seen it, I guess I ought to explain to you. I think I do on the video. Folks, states' rights belong to us now. We're not having to go to Congress and ask them for a damn thing, are we, Dan?
Don't have to ask them for nothing. We already own it.
We already own it. The trick is we're not using it. States are not using it. States have acceded to the federal government so much for so long that they've literally, Dan, just forgotten that they don't have to.
Well, you know, the states have become whores to the government. The government sends them money and they bow down and do whatever they're told to do. That money's not going back to the people. I mean, you look at this Common Core, you look at Obamacare, you look at all these government programs, they're not benefiting anybody.
Nope. No, they're not. And what you saw Hillary do last night and all the other people that were there, all you saw them do was just buy votes.
Buy votes.
Buying votes with...
You know, you said on one of your programs, they're going to promise each minority whatever they want to hear. It's yours. I'm going to give it to you. And then they're going to say, oh, those damn Republicans.
Yep.
But they're already in office. They're in office. There will be no stopping them. So I'm going to do what I can, Larry. I'm in Newport. I'll get the word out, whatever I have to do around here. If you do give it up on the program, I sent you a few checks, so you probably have my address around there somewhere.
Dan, here's what I will do. So all of you that are in this little group of people that are committed and have proven you're committed, I will come on Monday. And I will give y'all a way for us to get together. We might use a conference line versus the program. We will still communicate. We'll still communicate, my friend. I'm not going to desert those of you that have stayed the course.
If in fact you do go to another state to fight that fight, I need to know because I will come to that state.
I know you will. I know you will, Dan. But Dan, do you understand, please tell me, because I'm asking y'all at this point, tell me, Dan, am I wrong in that I can't waste any more time? If our Army is a dud, if it's literally not going to do what we committed together we would do months ago, am I wrong in saying then I've just got to drop this concept and think of something else?
Point blank, Larry. If these people don't wake up and do what you've told them to do, you've got to move ahead and leave them behind.
That's right. Thank you.
What else are you going to do? You're going to keep beating a dead horse?
Well, that's what's got me upset. Today is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Yeah, thank you. And I was thinking all this day, my birthday, I was thinking about, see, I measure now, it seems like I measure the minutes and the hours and the days as lost, just lost when we're not aggressively approaching this. Dear God, Dan, my God, y'all, please, I'm asking you for our children and grandchildren's sake, get this video. Get our Army together. Keep it intact, and let's beat them. Let's beat them.
You know, Larry, you asked us to do something earlier on, and it was to call Donald Trump's headquarters and let him know that you had information. So I picked the phone up. I called his headquarters. I got a young fellow on there, and I told you the story before.
Mm-hmm.
They know who you are. They know what you can do. And I wasn't the first phone call. They told me, because he kind of chuckled. And I asked him if he thought it was amusing. He said, absolutely not. He said, you're not the first phone call we've had today. So your message is getting out there to some people.
I know. Well, it's all or nothing now.
I'm in
Folks,
with you. I'm locked and loaded, buddy. Whatever you got to do, keep me informed.
I will. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so
all right, buddy,
much.
I'll let you go now.
All right. Michael sent 50. Michael sent 100. Thank you, Michael. Jerry sent 50. John 25. Y'all, thank you. Alden 50 as usual. Bless us already does the program. Can you? Well, Lord, this program's almost over. It has flown by. Chad, anything you want to say? We've got 8 minutes, buddy. Hello, Chad. Did we lose Chad? Yeah. All right. Chad, if you're there, come on in. Folks, I'm asking you, please, between now and Monday, show me that I have not been wrong with y'all. Show me, please. There should be by Monday 500 or 600 of those videos. If there's that, I'm sorry. Okay, Chad, are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
All right, let me finish this, Chad, and then I'll give you the last word. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chad.
No, finish your thought.
Well, I'm just saying, folks, there's got to be 500 to 600 in by Monday for us to get back on schedule. And if there's not, then Monday I will be forced to reduce the scale of the program and to just try to come with a plan that can be done with a handful of people. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, that's going to be very tough to do. But I would rather try and do that than I had to just keep on. So, folks, I'm asking you, I'm begging you for our country's sake, this plan will work. If 3,000 of you will get on board, I don't need all 7,725. I need 3,000. 3,000 is the number I have calculated, correlated, double-checked. And if everybody does, watch it 3 times minimally, and then at least twice a month to show it, we will get where we need to go. Now, Chad, go ahead, buddy.
Well, I just got a call from some listener right now on the other line, blocked number, and he was telling me that he thinks a lot of people are not ordering it because they're afraid that they're going to be linked to it in some way, and there's going to be like a record of it, and if Hillary becomes president, then she'll extend her arms and go after all these people. So I don't know, and if that's a reality, call me and let me know. But
now let me tell you, Chad. Let me put that to bed right now, folks.
Yeah,
are y'all crazy? Are you crazy? The day of worrying about getting your name on the list, those days went years ago when everything became so computer oriented. They know who you are, where you are, what you buy, what you read. They got you. I don't want cowards. I don't want cowards. What we're fighting for is to get it back to where we have privacy. Get us back to where they stay the hell out of our lives. But don't one of you worry about being linked to anything. Not a one of you. It don't work that way. Not now. It don't. It don't. And by the way, is it fair under that type of thinking? Is it fair for me to risk my life every day and you not? If that were true and it's not. Think about what you're thinking when you think that way. Is it okay for Larry to go on and throw himself? What about Chad? Is it okay for you, Chad, to throw yourself out there in front of this thing? They're not going to come at the people that get the video. That ain't big. You're not big wood. They're going to go get Chad or me. Think, please, Chad.
That should be the least of your worries. You should be worrying about losing your basic God-given rights, like the Second Amendment, like the First Amendment. That's what they're trying to take away. And what Larry is trying to say is,
we got one caller right quick. Caller, are you there? We only have a minute.
Hi, Larry. It's Teresa. I just wanted to ask you real quick, why is this a secret? Doesn't law enforcement throughout the whole state, don't they know about this? How can they not know themselves? Because I feel like I'm going to go, what I'm going to do is go to the chaplain that works with the police department in Virginia Beach. I'm going to make her watch it with me and see how far she'll spread it. But don't the police officers already know states' rights, for God's sakes?
Well, you're going to be amazed, and we've got to go, honey, but thank you. You're going to be amazed, all of you, at how many people at all levels of government do not have a clue about the reality of states' rights. That's why you've got to get the video. That's why you've got to show it to them. And then if when they see it, they do the research, they'll find out, guess what? It's right. Chad, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, son. We've got 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
no, just that order the video, own it, call us up, spread the word like this wonderful woman's going to do. God bless her. And, we got to fix this now. We only have 100 and some days. And we got to pick an issue. We got other things to do than just beg everyone to watch the video.
All right, Chad, give them the phone number to get hold of you if they're having trouble.
All right, 626. My phone's ringing off the hook. It's 626-255-3925. And the website is www.statesrights.video. For $19.99, you can download the video and watch the plan, and then call in tomorrow.
All right, folks, Monday I will be back somehow. Somehow I will be back. And I will let you know. The magic number is going to be 500 to 600 people, I figure, over that amount of time. And if those people are not there, then I'm going to assume that the whole concept of an army working together and saving this country is dead. It just can't work. And I'll try to figure something else. Now, guys, I'm not trying to be ugly, and I'm not trying to put pressure on you other than this is about pressure. This is about pressure to save our nation. This is our last stand. This is our last stand. Believe it. Look around, look at the truth, look at reality, and you'll see. I'm telling you the truth. We're done. If we don't pull this off, you can take this country and throw it the hell away. And I'm not ready to do that for my grandbabies or yours. Please join with Chad and me and Dan and Emily and Susan and all the others. Please join with us. Be a part of an army doing something. Stand up and know you're being counted, please. So everybody get on the computer, order the video. Whether we live or die depends on it. Thank you. See you Monday.
Way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.